3, 2, 1.
Going in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Legitness podcast, episode 4, proudly sponsored to you by Elite Subs Lanyon.
We got there in the end. That's okay.
Honest to God, guys, I know we put the content up, so this is like a formal apology to every single one of you that was kind enough to tune into our last episode, because it was trash. Like, it was proper trash. And we put it out there because we need to put content out for you guys, because we don't want to be one of those podcasts that starts and just see ya. But that was bad. That was really bad.
I think it's just also getting the hang of podcasting. Like, nobody's good at once they start. But as we develop, as we get better, I'm pretty sure our content will be up there.
Yeah. Like, we're not bad. Like, we have content. We've got stories to share. I think we were really tired coming back from that trip. I know there's been some audio issues, but we even played around with the mics today before we started again. And Mark brought something up on like the first time we were going to record, and no one listened to him. And turns out he was right.
That's like proper standard, but hey.
2 weeks in a row now. From the very beginning, I said, you know what? I shouldn't be sitting in the middle. Then I also said, this mic should be facing. Is there an issue with the mic facing this way? Then I asked, I was like, if I sit back here, is it going to get picked up? And Max is like, oh yeah, it's good. It's fine. And I said, no, I see the green bar there. It's like all the way down the bottom. But yeah,
Look how much better that's recorded. You'd think we'd actually have a look for once, but no, we're good. We're good.
We'll see how. I think we're also just finding like our identity with the podcast as well, because everyone has their own style in anything. So what do you reckon?
Yeah, let us actually know what you want us to talk about sometimes.
Oh, are you asking them? I was asking you.
I do this for the people. No, 100%. Like, we definitely need to, for us to get better at this, we've just got to
Do it more, but also like have a structure. I guess like that's a big thing for us, is because we've been friends for 15 years, we just waffle. And that's what we've said, like after every single podcast, we're like, oh Jesus, there was so much waffling. Just because it's so easy for us to just get distracted, talk about something, and then come back to it. And we're so comfortable doing that because we've been doing it since we were 13.
100%. But anyways, we're here now. Episode 4. If we haven't been cancelled yet, how's everyone's week? What's been happening?
Well, it's been pretty good, eh? I haven't really... I feel like everyone's been feeling like this, and for everyone I've been talking to has been feeling like this, but I'm like, I'm looking forward to 4 days off, hey? Yeah. Just like mentally drained. I think it's just everything in the news that's going on. It's like, COVID, the war, elections, and it's just like you just get so sick of it.
We got to vote, hey?
Yeah, we do.
Can we get cancelled for talking politics? We can't get cancelled for talking politics.
As long as it's a discussion, I'm pretty sure.
No, I was going to say Australian politics is something no one takes seriously, so...
Ouch, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it.
Viv's views do not represent Mark or my own.
What are your views then?
My views is someone stitched me up on the mic here, innit?
Nah, I think you're alright. Oh yeah, that was me. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was my week. My week's been pretty good. I got a lot of chocolates.
That's good, bruv. Yeah. He interrupted his story.
Sorry.
You're a dog, man. No, I got a lot of chocolates from patients. I had a patient who's like absolutely killing the game. We just swapped socials on the work Instagram page, so we're going to try and sort that out. But yeah, week's been good. Oh, it's just Jono, one of our physios, he's been mostly doing the Instagram stuff because he's opened up Philip, and he's been doing that. He's been real busy with that, fair enough. So we kind of need someone to fill his big shoes.
Do you all run off the same Instagram account, or do you have like a different one for each location?
No, it'll be the same one. We're a family, innit?
He says in it now, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, hit it.
I said innit for ages.
My week, how's my week been? I think during the week I felt that residual fatigue from the weekend. COVID. For sure. COVID. COVID's been... Actually, since I got COVID, I've actually been like out of... It's been hard to catch a groove again in terms of like routine training and all that, because I've also been working late. But then, yeah, after that Newcastle trip, yeah, I felt a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired. Like, training's been harder than it usually is.
We're not young anymore, man.
Nah, like you two aren't. I'm still fresh. But yeah, I think just that weekend away was like a heavy one, I reckon.
Yeah. When did you start to feel like yourself again,
Fuck,
or still not?
like not even 2 minutes ago. Nah, still not. I think that because that's been the first big weekend away for a show that we've had in a very long time.
Like
And
years.
we're just not used to it. Like before, we used to do that shit on the reg, but I think also working late, it's changed up your sleep patterns and all that kind of stuff. And one night of bad sleep wrecks me for like a week now. I don't know about you guys, but yeah.
Yeah.
It ruined
No,
my
like
week.
this ain't even a plug, but I actually use Adrenal Switch religiously now because of that, and I don't even use it for sleep. I use it to like just calm down and just relax a bit, because if I don't relax before bed and I'm just still thinking about 1,000 different things, I'm not gonna sleep. Or like,
Nah, you go. Sorry, I cut you off.
nah, because I just know a plug's coming. So hit
Yeah,
me
I
with
was
that
gonna
plug.
hit you with a plug.
Hit me with the plug.
Adrenal Switch available at Elite Subs Lanyon.
I've been using it too, and I found it helps me relax. But I went out to dinner with like Sammy and like our brother-in-law and stuff, and I had like maybe 3 standard drinks. And you know what I found out? Like, do you get Asian flush?
I've only ever got it once, but
You're
also
lucky.
my
So-
ethnicity is
So
Australian.
I found out this week that if you get
the
Asian
joke.
flush, well, I knew this already, but you lack like an enzyme to digest alcohol, right? But if you drink like heaps, so if you binge drink, you actually have like a 90 times more likely chance of getting like esophageal cancer if you
what?
get Asian flush compared to like someone who doesn't.
Stay sober, bro.
Yeah.
Stay sober.
And I was like, I was reading this study and I was like, shit, no wonder, like every time I drink, I feel shit. Like my nose gets blocked. Like I just I get super fatigued and I'm like super hot and like I throw up every single time I drink. And I was like, oh, no wonder.
That's
Like
crazy.
makes sense.
yeah, because you get really red when you go like
Super
hard with
red.
the drink. Yeah.
Super red.
See,
Yeah.
I never got that. I actually like.
Well, you're lucky.
I did. I think I did once, but I was there proper, like on the.
I feel like someone who's like, no, I can't. I'm lactose intolerant. But I've got a proper reason.
That's crazy. Where'd you go for dinner?
Hanok, the Korean barbecue place in Woden.
Oh, there's a new one.
Yeah,
huh?
it's so good.
Yeah.
Top tier. If anyone's interested in my
pretty
list, it's
sure-
Hanok number 1, Dixon and Woden, and then Hungary and Dixon, and then barbecue is like 5 steps down, and then the all you can eat is like trash tier.
That is the worst.
Trash
Wait,
tier.
where's all you can eat?
I think it's closed now, no?
Yeah, it was like $50 all you can eat, but like you go to the meat and you try to pick it up and you pick up the whole block because it's all
Yeah, it's
frozen.
frozen.
It's all frozen together. And, yeah.
Yeah. No, we
that's
should go.
on what on that Fenway.
Yeah,
Strip
on the
in-
Fenway Strip.
Yeah, and-
It's where the Vietnamese one used to be.
It was cool seeing them upgrade like Woden like that, because that was just entry to a car park before, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
all car park.
Just old
yeah.
car park.
Yeah. Interesting to see if they do that with Tuggers.
I think they're trying to, aren't they?
So many apartment blocks being built up in the area.
How's your week, Viv?
Week was good. So sitting 2 weeks out now of the ICN ACT show, and I know we this might have even got cut from the last podcast. I don't know, it was that bad, but we did talk about obviously being in ICN New South Wales and how chill it was being in that backstage environment, and then it felt like coming back here that Monday, just everything started again. Like registration started coming in faster, more ticket inquiries were coming through. People that were on VIP tables started to go, oh crap, got to get like all the VIPs all sorted. You know, everything just starts to quicken its pace. And what I've noticed is no matter how many times I've attempted to be prepared, like well in advance, it's still like somehow something always goes wrong.
Technical difficulties.
How many ages does it take to fix a microphone?
Just me one. What a smart ass. All right. We might as well.
So, I mean, I guess like one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't understand is like what goes into organizing a show.
We try and actually turn it into as much of an event as possible. So you're not just spending money to watch someone on stage for a couple of minutes. There's things that you can do at the show as well. When I see someone like Nick, who's been doing it for over 20 years, like there's a reason there's only one show in town. And that's no slide, no disrespect to anyone else, but this isn't easy.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but the show day itself isn't hard. Show day itself, if we've done everything right, it should just run.
think that's why the shows are so successful and have been so successful, is because of the preparation that goes into it, and then actually on the day it's just like, all right, this is not just yesterday's setup's hard work, but this is months and months of preparation that went into it.
Yeah. I think you can feel it too, like from both perspectives, as like a coach backstage, but also as a competitor. Like as a competitor, I don't have to worry about anything. You know, my name gets called, I go up on stage, I do my thing, I come off, and it's all done. You know, and it's seamless. You don't have to worry about anything. And same as a coach, like you rock up, you pay for your ticket, you go in, you look after your athletes, you get them on stage. Like you don't think about anything that's going on. And I think that's how you know that a show's been run well, when you don't have to worry about anything else apart from looking after your athlete.
Sure. And look, feedback is always something that I know for me, I ask for, because there are so many different shows that go on in a year, different federations, everything. And I always want to know, what are the good experiences people get from a show? And if they're doable, well, why aren't we doing them? And if you look at that, look at the gold class, you know, those en masse challenges, all these sponsor deals, gym meals handing out, you know, free meals to people. That like there's again a list of things that we try and do at our shows to ensure that people go, like, I want to turn up to this event. You know, it hasn't always been smooth sailing. I know I overestimated how hard it was when I first was given the opportunity. Jay was ready to step back and spend more time with his family, and Nick's, you know, he offered me the opportunity. And I've never been one to shy away from opportunity. You know, if I can get a chance at something, you know, I'd rather say I tried than, you know,
Not give it a crack.
100%. So I, you know, took the opportunity. Jesse took me through like a handover, and man, this guy was so structured and straight up. That's something that I think we all know I'm not. I'm not over. I just do things. And he had this timeline of everything planned out perfectly. This is when you order your medals. This is when you order your outfits. This is when you do these social plugs. This is when you contact sponsors. The first time I threw it out, because I'm like, come on, man. Like, this ain't hard. Like, this is simple things. And, man, I butchered everything. I got, like, my dates wrong on things. I forgot to contact certain people. And you just don't think about it at the time. Like, I didn't have music sorted until, like, 2 weeks before the show. Because I'm like, oh, you know, I'm sure he knows the show's on. This dude doesn't know anything about bodybuilding. He just runs a music business. Yeah. Shout out to Dennis. But, like, the show after that, I remember I told myself, like, I will not make another mistake again. I will make sure everything is done, ready, done on time. And we were sitting about, you know, 4 days out from the comp, and Nick goes, have we done everything we need? Yeah, man, like, I learnt my lesson. We're cool. He goes, all right, have you picked up the overall trophy yet? I was like, oh, no, it's in Bungendore, which is about, 40 minutes away? 45 to an hour?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Give or take.
Yeah. So I'm like, how hard can that be? I'll pick it up, you know, after Rego. So we had just finished comp day registration in the morning, and I was like, I'll quickly go pick that up and I'll come back. So I drive out to Bungendore. The guy's there. He's got the trophy, and it's in that bubble wrap. So I can't see it, but I know it's a trophy. So it's covered in bubble wrap. I put it in the car. I take it back to Nick. This is sort of my feeling of pride that, you know what? I've done everything right. You know, I've learnt from my mistakes. Everything's done right. And I get the trophy to Nick. So this trophy is the male bodybuilding overall trophy, the Harry Horowitz Cup, the most prestigious, you know, bodybuilding award you can receive in this city. I plant it on the desk, and Nick goes, you know, open it up. So anyways, I start opening it up, sense of pride, and he just looks at it, and his face drops, and he goes, what's wrong with the trophy? I turn it around and I start reading it. ICN ACT 2021 overall bodybuilding champion. I'm like, yeah, you're right. ACT should have been bigger. And he just looks at me. He goes, what's wrong with the trophy? I was like, I was bullshitting on the ACT thing. I was like, I mean, the trophy itself could have been bigger. He goes, what's wrong with the trophy? I was like, On top of this trophy was a female bikini competitor.
This complete opposite to male bodybuilding.
And my heart sank. He was like, "I want to keep the profanities out of it, but why did you not open it up and make sure it was the right trophy when you were there?" And here I am trying to make excuses. I was like, "Oh, well, I didn't want to open because no, because you don't think. Go back and get the male bodybuilding trophy now." So I had to go all the way back out to, I was driving back to Bungendore and I found out the guy wasn't there. So we changed the bodybuilding trophy the morning of the comp.
Oh, cutting it close.
Cutting it close because the guy couldn't do it. So, yeah, there's been moments like that have just been ridiculous that moving forwards now, 2 years in, we don't make those mistakes no more.
Gotta touch real wood.
But 2 weeks time, ACT. So you feeling ready?
I think we're ready. The only reason I say I think is I don't know anymore in this climate. I don't know. Everything that's on Jesse's list has been ticked. Tomorrow when Office Works is open, I'll go get the competitor numbers because we have a ballpark figure now of how many are going to enter the show. Go to Bunnings, get the what's it called?
We call it
Laminex
tarp.
stuff. Oh, you tarp? Are you
Tarp,
talking about the Laminex
plastic.
paper? That'd be Office Works. Never mind.
No, plastic tarp for the ground, which me and Viv usually lay out the night before. We have a special technique. It's like funny as he's on one of the videos, but yeah. Plastic tarp.
Yeah, so those are the last two things we need, and then
Last show there was I think a national shortage on them, so we ended up using these little thin like plastics, like the slightest touch is,
and
we were just like, shit, because we had a bit left over from the first show, and we're like, surely this will cover enough. We'll just get another one to be sure, and then we rolled it out, and it just like covered one strip of the room. We're like, fuck, alright, we need to get more. Then I think Hamish went out to go get more, and he's like, no, this is all they've got. And it's just this thin, like paper thin plastic.
And there was nowhere
Nothing.
in Canberra that sold, like they were just out.
They
like
just
you
said, they physically said, yeah, there's nothing left in Australia.
And that's prime example of me leaving something to the end. I was like, man, I got the trophy sorted this time.
Something's always got to go like wrong. Like something's always going to happen.
What do you reckon it's going to be for this one?
I don't know, and I hope that there is nothing.
I'm telling you now, venue sorted.
Yeah.
Venue sorted. After tomorrow, the office, unless there's nothing in Office Works, we've got 2 weeks to find this stuff.
At least 3 office works that we could go to.
Yeah. Numbers, easy.
The tarp.
Surely.
Oh, you say surely, but surely was also surely last time. We should probably check that.
Yeah. At what point though do you just go, hey, can I put in like a 50-kilo order of tarp and then just store it?
2022 now, surely like they've gotten their shit together and gotten some
Well, I mean, like if you think about it, because of all the floods and stuff, there was like a shortage of like lettuce. So like lettuce was like $5.50 for a head.
Yeah, but lettuce is not tarp, G.
Maybe they go tarp in Queensland, bro. You never know these
No, but they
days.
probably would need plastic tarp for floods and that. So you never know. Should probably chase that up. The ones at Sydney, they had the real thick one, like that stuff you can put over the top of cars and stuff. Like it was real thick, so it's kind of.
Ain't that what we use?
No, we use ones that they rip on the day. The ones we have, but they're fairly thick, so they survive the whole day. But like those thick plastic, you can like bags. They make bags out of them. Yeah. Like fucking hell, man.
Sorry.
But yeah, we should probably check that. Yeah, something's out of your control.
Oh man.
But anyway, if this show goes ahead, all to planned, it should be a good show. It'll be a good show anyway.
No, it'll be a really good show. I think everyone's in really good shape. Obviously, Chauncey was in good shape. I have got another junior. His name's Cooper. I was really surprised at how well his legs came in. Azamat, one of my clients, has dropped 30 kilos, and his goal was just to get a set of abs. So now he finally got to see his abs a couple of weeks out. That was nice. Matteo Sassi, who's coming for his pro card this year. He's been competing almost as long as we had. He's in really, really good shape. And that's been fun. Like, that's probably been one of the coolest things, is dieting someone that I looked up to, and them having enough respect for the work that we put in over the years to go, I want to give you a go.
It's almost like come full circle in a sense, hey? Because like you're there as a fan watching him, and then he comes to you as like a competitor, being like, "Hey, please coach me."
Yeah,
like that's pretty sick.
That's definitely a cool feeling. I think COVID robbed us of that last year, so very, very excited to see what we bring. Like, we've already beaten his 2020 you competed, yeah?
Yeah.
Nationals, yeah. So we definitely beaten his 2020 package, so I'm stoked about that. Now it's about beating his 2019 package, which was really good.
It was his overall. He won overall here, ACT state titles.
I think he came second,
or he placed top 5 at nationals.
I feel like it was top 3 even. It was close.
They had a stacked physique.
He came 4th in 2019, 3rd in 2020.
Nationals. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That 2019 nationals show was stacked, but for all divisions, it was crazy.
We done all right.
Yeah, we done all right.
Yeah, what did you get, Viv? Pro card, first place?
Something like that.
And what did you get, Mark?
Yeah.
National champ?
Yeah, Aussie title. Like, it was all right. I mean, it was a good show. But yeah, getting that. Well, I think going to Newcastle like sparked it, which is always nice, getting that first one out of the way, because it always does spark that comp run, and everyone gets excited for it, and it gives you that final push towards ACT. And then once you get to ACT, it's like mad hectic day. Everyone enjoys themselves, have a good time, and then it pushes through the nationals. So it'll be cool to have like a proper season under our belts again. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy that episode. We're gonna get better. Stay tuned, because if you're not with us in our struggles, don't be with us when we're at the top. Sorry, I'm just being stupid. Sorry.